Azarn doesn't give a shit.
Yo,
All right.
whatever. You're not my dad.
Actually, no, he actually does give a shit.
The funny part is that she actually stands a chance of finding those horses.
Well, yeah, she
That's
does.
true. She could roll survival.
Yeah, but he can't leave her out here with assassins, and a bleeding eye member is more important than the horses.
We're okay-ish.
Well, one of those is my horse, so I think she should go for it.
Sarissa just
I don't
like
wanna
if
leave him.
if Azarn looks back at the group, Sarissa will just like hand wave and be like, "Fuck it, she can go." She dies, it's on her head.
Or in her gut, depending on the weapon.
No, he's an ASMR and self-righteous. He's gonna use the flat of his blade and knock her unconscious with some dual damage.
Right.
Can we not?
Flat-footed.
Yeah.
And Jim, do you remember what is it? Oh, it's -2 to search spot. It's -2 to perception and -2 to stealth is what your corruption is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see this coming? Because you were distracted and heading off to find the horses, right?
Yes. So I got -2. So
Do you want to roll this out, or do you just want to have Azarn like knock her out? Up to you.
he can knock her out if he wants. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm good with
so
that.
we don't have to dice that because the player concedes. So it's
The guy
like
goes up, strikes her with the
consciousness.
pommel of it.
thump.
We're going back.
So Azarn picks up the ranger and carries her back.
What the fuck just happened?
That
So
kind of raises a brow.
I say that exact thing.
So Sarissa again, like nonchalant, like this is everyday business. Says he doesn't want to let her die.
Bleeding eyes members are more valuable than horses.
There should be a village up by where.
The back goes over and starts hanging from her limp head.
She snores.
so
It
Sarissa
falls asleep comfortably.
looks around. She says, "It's half a day forward. It's a day back. And there's a village over by where the client described the cult."
Do we know if they have healers there?
If there's a village, there's a life well. If there's a life well, there's a healer.
Good point.
I'm all for that. Let's tend to this last horse and head out.
Azarn will hold up his hand and he looks over at Circe. He says, "Is the horse worth using the wand?"
She says, "It's got enough juice."
He nods.
She'll give it one more go. 2 more goes.
I can
3 more goes.
I can take a look at that if you'd like. I offer. Never mind.
She taps, she shakes it, she taps. She says, she looks over, she says, "Would you let me touch your stuff?" Slips the wand back in. The horse kind of shimmers and patches itself together. She's not being rude, but she's not sugarcoating it either.
I hold my hands up in concede and whatever. All right, you do you. I know how drow are. Not
How does
racist.
everyone have a better you?
Hey, does he say that?
No, of course not.
Okay,
That's just
okay.
a thought process.
She's gonna go straight back into her tent.
Azarn will hold up the flap, moving after her, and he says, "Goblin?" And he nods up
She
north.
says,
That's right. I almost forgot about the goblin.
"Oh yeah, yeah." And she smiles. She says, "That'll cheer me up." She sits up.
He looks around at the others. He says, "We have business," and he follows Sarissa and motions for them to stay.
She says, "I'm gonna go have a chat with the goblin and find out where these assholes came from."
Probably.
Count me
a
in.
good idea.
She says, "All right." And then she looks over at Azarn. She says, "You're the ref. If he gets in the way, don't let him get in the way."
He looks over at the ranger and nods.
Yeah, Sarissa's gonna head up here. I have to pee like a motherfucker. All right, so
Get off me!
I'll be right back. While you guys handle some roleplay, entertain the viewers. Do something interesting. Describe the way the bat is hanging off of Jim's head.
Like I said, it's sleeping comfortably.
Jim's going to pee too.
It sounds like this is the collective pee break for the stream.
Yeah, we want to just take a 5-minute
So,
break.
uh,
instead.
5-minute break.
The streamers, if any of you want to take a stream, as the case may be. Yeah, see? It's a pee
I
joke.
get it.
I'm actually going to the bathroom. Be right back.
See, because P is a stream. Anyway, I'm gonna...
Only if you want it to be that way.
Oh man, I get to play my sociopath being a sociopath. This is gonna be awesome. All right, I am back. Am I still muted? No, I'm not muted at all. Everybody else is streaming. Ho 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 ho. Okay, so this is where we're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna have a chat with the people in the stream. How you guys enjoying this? Is this boring or dull or interesting? Like, is this working out? Because it's the first time we've actually had like a really decent audience. Last week was just a basic play test. Are there any questions? What do you guys got? Nothing? Well, I suppose I should give it a chance to roll over. I suppose. Because I'm having a blast. Part of the reason we're using this you'll notice that we don't have a dungeon master, right? Like, I've been kind of helping with the rules education because I'm the one who wrote the house rules that we're using and stuff. But I am my role-playing group's default DM. Like, I'm always the dungeon master, I'm always the storyteller, I'm always the game master. It's what I'm always doing, and this is the first time I've ever gotten to be a player in like 10 years of playing D&D.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just bitching to the stream that you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Why don't you entertain them? Because now I'm hungry.
No.
Do it.
Where's everybody else? Why can't they entertain them?
Streaming.
I thought we'd already finished that. How long does it take people to stream? Jesus.
I don't know. Apparently Jim is full of stream.
There's a port for that.
You're not being very entertaining, Chris. Come on.
Listen, when I'm on my own, I only have to entertain myself, and I can't do that in front of a live studio audience.
I'm back.
Thank God.
I'm back.
What, did you guys go to pee together?
Yeah, and they actually did it in the bathroom next door. It's why it took them so fucking long.
Right.
Wait, do we have a
Okay.
studio now?
Yeah, actually, I've been meaning to not tell you this, but like everybody is over at my house right now. You're the only one who didn't know. We didn't invite you.
I quit!
You can't quit us. We fire you.
I could never quit you, Falco.
Well,
In before photographs of Chris taking Falco over Falco's very expensive car with Chris's big muscles.
you misspelled fat. While speaking, yes, you misspelled.
Okay. Is everybody present?
Nope, I'm past.
Well,
Can I be future?
I'm future.
Falco's installing. Okay, so This.
We didn't hear a call from Spratic.
Oh, is Spratic back?
Nope. Damn it, Spratic, you're fired. You're more fired every second you are not responding.
Alright, so the goblin gets up and shanks Spratic right in the chest.
Just straight up fucks him. To be fair, he does kind of deserve it. All
Who
that
has their
letting...
microphone on and just letting background noise in?
That's grand.
Sorry,
You
that's
can
me.
hear
I'm
him
eating.
eating.
I apologize.
Oh, okay.
You're just gonna have to deal with it because I'm sexy.
I hate to break it. Actually, never mind.
Meh.
I can't crack that joke.
Is Spratic still gone, or is Spratic just failing to hit his push to talk? Man,
I'm gonna go with gone.
I'm gonna have to like dock him XP for holding up the stream.
I think holding up the stream is exactly why he's not here right now.
Badoom.
We started at what, 1400, so we're halfway through the session?
Yep.
Unless we decide to play a little longer.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
How many of you were there pissing?
I think pretty much everyone.
No,
We all have to pee.
pretty much everybody is the number of Spratics that were pissing right there?
Yeah.
Yes. Approximately all.
He had to pee once for himself and then once for everyone else.
Yep, okay, okay.
Well, I mean, he was told to share with the class once, and it's just been taken a little more literally ever since.
Why do I ever let you on this stream? Okay, so Sarissa pulls out a dagger and she pulls out her wand as she approaches the goblin. And she wiggles it around and flicks it, and then she taps the goblin on the head, right? Chris, do you want to play the goblin?
Yep. I don't think I could do goblin justice.
Who wants to play a goblin?
I got this.
All right. Okay, so she's gonna tap the goblin on the head, right? So you're just waking up there, goblin.
Alright.
And like your body is stitching itself together. You are tied. There is she's got in one hand she's got her bolt thrower, right? She's got it drawn on him.
Alright,
And the
so
other,
what's,
she's
my,
got her
what's
dagger.
my motivation?
Okay. All right, no, let's. Okay, so you were sent here by the cult. Chances are you were bullied into it, and you're probably not the most loyal of people.
Okay, question for the fate chart. Do I know common?
That's an important question.
It's a very important question because the drow might have just, known how to speak common or speak goblin to get a hold of it.
Yep.
So
50-50.
alright. You gonna roll or you want me to?
You can roll it. Target the DM token when you hit it.
It does not speak common. Or common.
Okay.
I just merged the two languages.
Anybody disagree with a likely or very likely that he speaks Drow?
No, that's fine.
I'd say likely, sure.
This is pretty likely.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Hit a likely button. Go ahead, Valko.
He needs to
He
share.
does speak right.
He speaks Drow. All right. So the
Now,
first
He
thing.
wakes up muttering in goblin, though, because
Yeah.
that is his native tongue.
So he wakes up. He's surrounded by all these people, but most notably, the smallest of the three is this Drow, and she's sitting in front of him. And she looks and she says, "You speak common?"
And gives a bunch of gibberish like, God, damn it!
And she looks around for a second. She looks up at his arm. She says, "Weren't we expecting to be followed, etc. by, I don't know, Drow?"
He nods.
And she looks at him in Drow. She says, "Do you speak Drow?"
It kind of, it quiets down, looks at you. but it doesn't say anything. But clearly, it understood what you just said.
Okay. Sarissa is one to speak very frequently in terms of, that's Spratic's sheet, not mine. Sarissa is one to speak very frequently in terms of non-language anyways. She likes to spell things out for people before she tortures them to near death. She pulls out the vial of non-statistical poison liquid, right, and kind of dabs a little bit on the dagger blade.
Placebo.
Yeah, placebo poison, right? And she takes the dagger and she just gently drags it down his cheek. She says,
Inside,
"I have a few questions." I'm gonna roll an intim check.
okay, Inside sort of nervously follow the blade as it brushes along its cheek.
I have a DC of 9 for this check
Wow.
because he has a will save of -1.
Right. I'm gonna laugh if you fail.
I'm gonna laugh if I fail, but I get a +7. Oh yeah,
Nope.
I've got a few questions. Are you gonna talk?
It, gives a couple of, short breaths, what?
The first thing she does is she picks up the javelin that she found in her leg when she woke up. And she shoves it into his fucking leg.
It lets out, a really high-pitched screech.
She says, "Was that yours?"
Yes.
You
Well,
can have it back.
you can have it back now.
It just sort of whimpers.
Who sent you? I'll make a separate intim check for each question.
Yeah.
So we'll say we passed the first one. Well, was that yours? Of course it was hers. We don't need to check it.
Right, okay.
Right.
Someone give me a random drow name.
In the internet, random drow name generator.
He's just like ill sing, and we're like dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun! Drow name generator. Roll 1d10 of the. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want. This is the internet. Why are you giving me a chart when you can give me a? Oh, you piece of shit, internet!
I kind of almost want Ilsing to have sent the goblin.
Oh my god, don't know. I just can't. What is your fucking
You know what? Why don't
issue?
we put it to the fate chart?
Yeah, I like that.
I would call it no way, but you never know. So, everyone good with that?
We're gonna do that?
I would call no way. Yeah. No, that's how this is supposed to work.
Right.
Actually, we have to
No,
move the.
okay.
Hold on, before we do that, we actually have to bump the chaos rank up to 6
Oh,
because
yeah.
the first scenes went
This is-
exactly as planned.
Right.
That's
Yep. So I'll do the edit. Chaos rank
So
6.
should I roll or manually compare then?
Roll again because the chart is way too complicated to manually fucking compare.
All right. Did you change it?
I changed it. Go ahead.
Okay. No.
No.
Okay.
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 So random drow name.
Random drow name. Fermisdra.
He kind of looks, and he's very clearly trying to figure out how to make his lips make this. She called herself Themista.
Fermisdra?
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta make another check here for the next question. Roll dice. 1d20 plus 7. Still higher than a 9.
Still enough.
Okay, she says, she works up by, Clearwater, right? And she gently scrapes the dagger down his nose.
Shivers a bit, like, yes, Clearwater.
And, and then she looks up at his arm and she says, anything you want to know?
He shakes his head.
She looks over at Spratic. Anything you want to know?
Why?
She hands the dagger to Spratic. She says, why don't you ask him? And she's going to walk.
But I don't.
The
I don't
goblin
speak
kind of
his
turns.
language.
The goblin kind of turns towards Spratic, half
What is
hesitant, half confused.
what is your intelligence modifier, Rogue?
It's +3.
Okay, you speak. You're human, or an elf?
Yes.
Okay, you speak human plus 1 language, probably Elven, knowing your family history.
Yes.
You get
Of course.
3 languages. Which would be the most likely for him to speak?
I'm thinking.
Statistically speaking, he probably speaks Dwarven,
Yeah, he probably speaks Dwarven.
and then probably
Uh,
Celestial for pure prayers to the gods.
He
Do you
also
have to
might
know
speak
that language?
orc.
He kind of just memorizes that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay,
Don't
so
you?
he's you can you can perform by right and not know what the hell you're saying.
Because he's not really like too religious.
How likely is it that Drow is one of the languages you can speak?
Probably not too likely. He speaks Orc. I know that.
Okay, so it's unlikely or very unlikely that he speaks Drow.
I'd say. Wait.
Well,
so human.
speaking
elven,
Goblin is
Orc,
also an option.
2 other languages, one of which is probably Dwarven. With only 1 language left, I'd say it's very unlikely he speaks Drow. But only unlikely he speaks Goblin.
Okay, so
Right.
let's find out if he speaks Goblin first. You speak Goblin.
Yep.
All right, that's my 5th slot.
All right, there you go.
All right,
There
so
you go.
I guess that look of medium confusion turns into a very sinister grin.
All right.
By the way, Azarn will motion for Sarissa to not leave.
All right, she'll pause and she'll draw her crossbow bolts or her bolt throwers.
And then shoot his arm.
So for your question, you're making a DC 9 intimidation check. You've got an armed drow backing you up, so take +2.
I'm gonna make things a bit more direct. I'm just gonna press the blade against his neck and whisper that one question: why?
Okay.
Ah, fuck!
And
Even with the +2.
it kind of scrambles backward and looks almost insulted that you're speaking its language. Like, stupid human not know how to intimidate in Goblin.
Sorry, I took like 1 class. All right, I chucked the dagger at his leg.
All right.
All right. We're just gonna assume it hits. Won't bother doing too much statting. But as you chuck the dagger at his leg, Sarissa's just gonna fucking light him up.
Yeah, makes sense.
She's just gonna kill him.
All right.
Well, you know what? I was going to. Never mind.
Azarn will actually hold up his hand as she starts going, because he's using this goblin for healing. That's why he asked her to stay.
Oh. Okay. Well, she doesn't know that, but if you put up the and it's not the no don't kill him, right? Like if you're like you put up your hand and you fucking like get your sword ready,
Yeah.
right? Then she's gonna be like, oh, he's saving me ammo, and like just put the crossbows back away. And you're just gonna coup de grace him?
Yeah.
Okay. Who gets the healing?
He'll send it to Sarissa because the rogue was absolutely not tactically helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll top me off. And you can just kill the goblin.
Yep.
She looks over at Spratic. She says,
Intimidate.
she looks over at Spratic. She says, "I'll leave it to you to decide if he died because he wouldn't talk, or if he died because you couldn't make him talk."
Yes.
And she'll crawl back into her tent with that.
Azarn just shrugs and he's just wiping his greatsword off on the goblin.
All right. Zach, who would have been looking over the skeletons just to try and figure out what sort of magic might have been animating them, if there was anything special done, just out of curiosity, he'll look to Sarissa like, "You learn anything?"
Sent by the drow.
Figures.
Nothing new though. Why would you tell a goblin your inner secrets?
Right.
She'll just roll over and go to sleep, so they can finish the night's rest. So she can get her 1 hit point back.
Works for me.
I'm
Zach
gonna
will-
imagine that like my rotten gums made me speak really shitty goblin.
Yep, there you go. If your
Zach-
character needs to blame it on something, he can blame it on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach
There
Zach
we
is
go.
going to pretty much just go into Sarissa's tent because his is burnt, and he's just not going to say anything. He's just going to fall asleep there with her.
Yeah, like she doesn't care. If he doesn't have wandering hands, she doesn't have wandering daggers.
Right.
Azarn, like as he goes.
Well,
in
the thing about a magic user is you don't know if the wandering hand is attached to him.
No, but she knows where you are, and that's all she needs to know.
As
I look at this person walking into her tent. I'm just like, this mercenary camp is fucking weird.
Azarn
So-
will kind of eye the tent like he's considering it very thoughtfully, like, do I? Don't I? And then he seems to decide against it.
I'll offer my tent. I usually don't sleep in one. I just have a bedroll.
The bat is still sleeping off of Jim's character's hair.
Kind of cold, but
That's okay.
All right, so Azarn, are you going to your tent, or are you taking Spraddock up on his unnecessary offer of sharing a tent? Because your tent is fine.
Azarn will,
I thought his tent was on fire.
No.
No, mine was on.
Oh,
fire.
okay. So
That's
there,
why
so
Zach-
Spraddock does not offer you his tent, and we do not have the opportunity for comedic misinterpretation.
Oh, that's what I was gonna go for.
No. We're not gonna punish
no
Spraddock
gay
too much.
innuendo.
He is the new guy, but he's not. He hasn't earned that yet. He's only gotten me killed once.
We all just let that
Give
hang
it, give
there.
it a few more minutes.
Everybody just lets that hang there. No, okay, so Falky, you're up here. There is the question of what to do with the elf that was knocked out.
She's just lying there.
Just leave her next to the fire. She'll be warm that way.
Yeah, Azarn
Right.
legitimately just leaves her there. He's like, well, I saved her. I don't have any business to fucking take
How
care
long
of her.
until she wakes up, though? Is
Oh,
she just
but-
It's an
unconscious?
hour per point of non-lethal.
Yeah,
So-
we'll just hand wave it and say that it's when the group wakes up and starts packing.
Yeah,
That works for me.
Because it's simple that way. So, are you just gonna come along with the group, or is there gonna be a scene where you want to go find the horses now they've had a whole day of wandering around?
She's just gonna go with the group because
Okay.
she doesn't want to get hit in the head again.
right.
This is why the
She
Ace
didn't want to
War makes
pay. She didn't want to
decisions.
pay for losing the horse.
She's not losing her horse. Oh yeah, she is. It's true.
Yeah, she is.
Hmm.
How
How
okay,
much
so-
of a modifier would you say it would be for me to claim that my horse clearly wasn't the one that got away? Like, no, this one was mine, remember? For a bluff
you
check
would
on-
you would have to bluff the whole group, and it would depend. Like Sarissa would probably catch you, unless you roll. It's a DC 14. You could actually make that bluff check.
I'm gonna make a go of it. He's gonna say like, no, this one, whatever one's on top, Spradix, yeah. No, this one was mine, remember? So
Okay,
Let me-
Spraddock, I'm gonna give you a handle animal check.
Wait, what?
Not to handle the animals, but to if you pass a handle animal check, DC 14. Because that way it's no wait, we'll make it a DC 10. If you pass a DC 10, you'll get a +1. I'm sorry, a +2 to your sense motive to sense that to know that the fiendish blooded sorcerer is bullshitting here.
yeah.
Do I get a bonus because I brought these horses back before?
No,
No, you weren't really keeping track of them specifically.
you just went and calmed them down and they were upset. Okay,
That's
Spraddock. Is,
like,
okay, so Spraddock, your what is your sense motive?
It's pretty shitty. It's also -1.
Okay,
All
so
right,
you gotta
so-
beat a DC 9 to fool him.
so I
Sarissa's
pretty
not gonna
much have
fucking
to beat
talk.
Sarissa's.
And you also have to beat Liliar's, and Liliar's is gonna automatically get the +2 because she's a ranger.
Makes sense.
Liliar, what is your sense motive? +2?
Checking. +0.
Okay, so you gotta beat a DC
So-
12. And Chris, what's your sense motive?
Base.
Okay, so you gotta beat it DC 10 to fool Chris, DC 12, and DC 14 to fool Sarissa. But Sarissa, even if you don't beat her, she's not gonna give a shit. Make one roll. Oh wow.
You guys totally believe me.
So
No,
Spradix.
remember, I came in on that one.
Yep.
Let's
Okay,
rename
so
that horse.
rename Spradix horse to.
It's the horse formerly known as Spradix.
All right, so Spraddick,
You might need to change some stuff on your character sheet.
Well, hold on now. If that's his horse, then this one's definitely my horse.
which Azarn's horse?
Yeah.
Okay, can you bluff people? Like, roll it like it's only fair. Give me a bluff check.
I'm gonna get like a shitty roll again.
I, of course, automatically know because I knew I was bullshitting.
Failed.
Oh, you botched?
I botched so hard.
That's,
That's like the second crit fail in a row.
Sarissa looks at you. Just looks at you. What's your
I don't
will?
trust horses.
Does a 17 beat your passive will save of 9? It does.
No shit.
So that she's not doing anything. You're shaken. She just glares at you. And then she will get up on her horse.
This is why I didn't try to take Sarissa's horse.
Azarn will lean over to Sarissa, and he says, "Should we tie him up and just drag him by the horse?"
She leans back. She says, "Nah, he did give me the goblin.
Yeah, but he did almost get you killed.
He's the rookie."
Rookies look good with burn marks. And he nods.
she sniggers. She says, she looks over. She says, "Oh, what was your character's name again? God damn it." Liliana. She motions you up. She says, "You're with me."
Okay, hop on.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, looks fine. And that leaves Spratic to ride with either Azarn or Zach, but she's not gonna, she's totally not gonna worry about that. She's just gonna start heading up the road.
Is that stupid bat still in my hair?
No, once you wake up, it'll kind of like scatter and fly back towards Zach. That's why I
Azarn just
moved
lifts
it.
Zach up and puts him on his horse.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get on Zach's horse and just like freaking give him the evil eye the entire time.
Like what?
Completely out of character, like really.
Oh wait, we do have 3 horses yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna head to the village. Are there any preparations for the village before we move on directly to the next scene of actually starting the dungeon crawl? I am buying a lesser resto.
Oh, are we assuming that we got our full night's sleep, right?
Yes, we got a full night's sleep, so you get your spell points.
Are we assuming we search the body of the goblin?
Yes, there's nothing valuable. Basically, what this handles is that if an encounter generates a treasure hoard, we roll up 1 random treasure for each encounter level that we've overcome so far. So, this will be 1 encounter towards our building treasure hoard. So later on, we'll find treasure in the middle of the dungeon. Okay, so we're going to. Who wants to be middle management? Because Chris was middle management for that fight.
What's this for? Just for the village or starting up the dungeon?
This is for the middle management. Just for starting. We're gonna hand wave the village for now.
I guess I can start up. The
Oh
dungeon.
wait! I want to get a lesser resto as well. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. So the lesser resto is gonna cost.
How much does that cost?
I think it's a 2nd level spell, is it?
Right, and I will
might
know
not be able to afford it.
I will know I'm using my eternal wand as soon as we start up the dungeon.
Yep. That's fair. Let me flip to the part. Sarissa will gladly loan you some money. Spratic.
Well, how much does it cost?
I'm about to find out. If you don't have enough, she'll loan you and charge interest.
Fucking goddamn! I mean, I'll have to take her up on her offer because I'll take a loan. As much as I hate it, I'll take a loan over permanent gummy teeth. Whatever.
Right. Spellcasting services. Is it a 1st level or 2nd level spell?
2nd, I think.
2nd level spell. Minimum caster level 2.
3.
Minimum caster level 3. 60 gold for a lesser resto. We'll just call it that it rolls max. Because I don't feel like rolling
have
out.
half of that.
So how much are you borrowing from Sarissa?
30.
You're borrowing
Gold.
30. All right. And
For the record.
she'll charge you. We'll say that by the time you pay her back, unless you don't show up forever and ever, it'll be like an
Just
addition.
fucking leave.
It'll be an additional 10 gold.
Man, and he also has to pay for a horse now too.
Oh man, poor Braddock.
For the
Social
record,
skills important.
For an ASMR, Azarn seems really nonplussed by this whole,
The chaotic neutral world.
extortion, the torture. He's just like,
They were bad guys.
Right.
well, no,
And,
the road.
and Braddock, it's only fair business practice.
Well, no, it's more just, you got to prove yourself tactically useful. He hasn't done that.
Good guys can be assholes in this world.
Yep. Okay, so
I tied up the goblin.
okay,
Well,
so
you
so
should have been
happens.
healing
Respect,
someone.
please.
how much ability damage does Lesser Resto fix?
I think it's like 1d4 worth.
Okay, we'll call it 1d6 taint removed. So lose 6 taint. Target your token. Click corruption. And purify 6 corruption. Okay, so blah blah blah. We stop. We get our food. Well, we don't need food yet. I don't think we do. Who has
You
how
might
much
wanna
food
generate
left?
the encounter.
Yep.
Well, I was telling
I
Falcon
need
so he
I
can start
need to
preparing
replenish
monsters.
my water supply.
Okay. Well, that's all happening right now. I'm moving all the tokens as best I can. Okay, these motherfuckers are all dead. These horses have survived.
Some.
Fuck these assholes here. This asshole is dead.
Yeah, thank God Zach's horse survived.
Yep, he's a trooper.
Okay, so Falco, target the DM, hit Dungeon Mapper, encounter spawner, and then whatever encounter you get. Okay, so I lost. It was 60 gold each, so I'm down 120 gold, right? Is this? Yeah, this is my sheet.
I think you're down 90.
Am I down 90?
Yeah, because you only
Yeah,
paid
because
for
you
half
lent
of mine.
some.
Right. Well, it's 60. It's 50 gold. Did we just say it was? Or 40
you
gold?
said-
No,
you said 60.
It's 60 gold per, so I'm spending 100 and... How much? You have 10, you said, right?
It's 30.
Yeah, you gave me half, so I spent 30 and you
Oh,
spent 90.
okay, so I'm down 90. Fucking 16, 25 minus 90 equals... Spreadsheet, 153. What, that's not right. 1530.
Where's the dang door token?
1535. Did it not generate you any doors?
Oh, it didn't generate any doors.
No, I think he needs tokens.
No,
Oh.
it actually didn't put any doors in.
Yeah, it generated a room with no doors. Hit the button again and just use the doors for this one. But for your information, are you drawing that dungeon room on the background layer?
No.
No, you need to draw it on the background layer.
I see he
Um,
too is doing the same thing I did.
The doors are on the object layer. I'll put one right here and paste it. So you can just copy. You switch the object layer and then copy paste the doors and move them around. Okay. Okay, so Service is down 1 day's worth of food and water. So she has 2 left. She still has not spent a single fucking bolt because she died in the first round!
It still won't let me select
To be fair,
the door.
Grant, you did tell me to be tactical.
Alright, okay, when you select the selection tool, right?
Right.
Then select object, and the layer selection was in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, I thought you said it was on background.
No, the doors are on object because that way they're always over the background.
Gotcha.
Okay. Marching order. And Falco, since you're taking middle management for the first room, why don't you tell us like how we find the place? What is the secret drow lair? Where is it?
Alright, the secret drow lair. With a bit of tracking and talking to a few people that have seen some odd things in the woods, we come across it's not quite a mountain so much as just some very rocky hills where there's a bit of a there's a cavern entrance that goes down into the ground at a fairly steep angle and then sort of levels out. And in front of us, we see what did it give me? An iron door.
Okay. Is it closed?
Is it locked?
Hold on, this stupid thing's giving
I'm
me
sorry.
trouble.
Where are we approaching from? Like, are we coming from the south, the north,
We're coming from the west.
the east? Yeah, the west. Okay. So if Sporadic if Sporadic seems to be like Cersei's not going to advertise that she can open locks. If Sporadic just assumes that that is his job because that is his skill set, then she will not stop him from moving forward.
Hell yeah. I can open a door. That's a thing I can do.
Azarn looks. Azarn thus far looks unimpressed, but is more than willing to let Sporadic go first.
I'm gonna fucking crit fail again. I searched the place for traps. I searched the door for traps first off.
All right. Yep.
Just
More like you searched the door for failure.
Oh no, it's a mirror.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, that's.
All right, and
This
no,
is
you're
the
on
door
the
right here.
west side.
This is the door right here.
We're coming in on the west.
I'm good at this.
Falco, if you wanted to put that on the on a grid spot that we can all use, you can turn on the grid by going to View and Show Grid.
All right. So I'm gonna try to open it because there's no guarantee that it's locked yet.
All right, the door is stuck.
Is it locked or stuck?
Being stuck means it's not locked. It's like the door's jammed.
Right.
I am not a
You can
strong
get the
man.
handle to turn, but you cannot get it to move.
I let the other guys know that it seems to be barred or stuck from the other side.
Azarn tries to kick the door down.
Sarissa motions with her
Let me
hand.
get out of the
Does
way.
Zarn charge the door?
No, he just tries to kick it first.
Okay, is the door on this panel or this panel? Or is it a big 10-foot iron door?
It doesn't give any dimension, so yeah, let's say it's a 10-foot iron door. That
Okay.
sounds fine.
I will alter it.
Well, then we can kick together.
That is an unimpressive strength roll, Azarn.
I'm not allowed to change it, really?
Azarn's foot hurts. The door does not move.
Whoa. It's this big.
It's this big.
I have similar results, I suppose.
Braddock's foot also hurts.
I didn't need it anyway.
Okay. Does it move?
No, like I said, your foot hurts, it does not move.
Sarissa
Well,
will
not your
pinch-
foot, their foot.
Sarissa will look at
Uh,
the scenario.
what's your guys' passive notice?
Very shitty.
Yeah.
You really
Mine-
need to put
I'm
that
at
in.
2.
Mine is 12. Your passive notice is 10 plus your perception.
14.
9.
Oh, you know what?
Oh yeah, so we're all at 12 except for one
I-
person who's got 14.
I actually have a 14. But it's
So 2 14s.
but that yeah. As far as you can tell, the door's just not wanting to move.
Alright, Azarn's going to take a couple steps back. And charge harder.
I'm sorry, I have a 15. Derp.
You have a 15?
I have a 15.
You have a very bad feeling about forcing that door open.
Okay, so you take a step back, and Sarissa's like,
He lowers his shoulder and then straightens back up, like what?
She says, "We have discovered the front door of the lair of a drow assassin cult." And she will step up, and she will roll search. As soon as I find the button to roll search, and her search is a +5. There doesn't seem to be, like, I don't hear anything inside, or... Right?
Right.
Okay, in that case, I will sit down in front of the door and wonder what I would do if I was an assassin cult for 20 minutes.
So you're taking a 20?
I'm taking 20 on the search.
Alright, you find that jammed in the, not quite the handle, like just behind the handle, you can tell, there's this magical rod there that, if it gets forced, it would break that, and it would cause a fairly bad, lethal sort of headache to whoever broke it. You're pretty sure with your tools you could attempt to unjostle it and get it out of
So
the way.
we're gonna roll disable device.
So, for the record, like, Azarn stands up and she walks over there, and then she sits down, and Azarn's like, oh. And he pulls out his greatsword and sits down and starts sharpening it.
And meanwhile, Zach's just kind of sitting there waiting.
I got a 24.
24. You are easily able to maneuver it out of the way. It won't cause
Yeah,
any
I
problems.
can actually like control.
The DC is 12, so you will be able to retrieve the component afterward.
Yep, I'll do that. And knock it's the first level encounter we've had this far, right?
Yep.
Okay. So she will after a moment, she'll pull out her thieves' tools and just start tinkering away until she can just barely, ever so gently get this small little glowing stick, and she'll tuck that into her vest.
Liliana's readying her bow for when they get the door open.
There is, however, the problem of it being stuck, right?
Yep, it's still stuck.
And we can either give Azarn. Does Azarn think he has what it takes to get this thing open?
Once she has disarmed it, he'll stand back up and like lower his shoulder again. So he's really
Does anyone have knowledge? Dungeoneering covers our engineering now, right?
Yes, dungeoneering is all that stuff.
All right, yeah. Who has that?
Does anybody have that?
I do not. But I wanted to ask, while Sarissa was disabling the device, can I take 20 on a search skill to, like, look around the area for things like vantage points, alternative entrances?
Yeah. Does he find anything, Falco?
I'm gonna give it to the DM.
Okay, taking 20. If it's there, he'll find it. 50-50? Anything worthwhile?
Yeah,
actually. Okay.
Hold on a sec. Let me find where it is exactly. Rolling it twice, because it put the doors somewhere and I had to. All right. So, as you're walking around, you go back up the entranceway we came down. You go back up around, and on the side of the hill, you notice a sort of just barely covered over hole that seems like it would lead down into that same area. That hole does not look like it was built by Drow.
You should be thrilled that you did something useful and horrified that there is something in there. Just in case you didn't know what your reaction should be. That's what it should be. Yay!
Right.
Sorry, I was not pushing to talk. I'm really bad at that. So, does it look like it was made by any sort of, like, tool or, like, man-made, or is like a creature dug into it?
That would be like a knowledge nature check, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd probably work.
I'm not trained in that.
Oh, then you have no idea. Because you can't even roll it.
Yeah. Alright, so I just go back and, bring news of my awesome discovery.
Right as Sarissa is disabling, yeah, okay.
How do you have you're human, right?
Yeah.
Did you have your light source with you?
Is it bright? No, it's not. It's bright out, right?
Oh, are we here during the day? We didn't really cover that.
Sarissa would say that your best bet is actually to come at it during the day because Drow would be much more active at night.
Okay, with that being the case, a little further inside, you would have seen a little further down the hole, like it goes a little ways. You would see that there's basically wooden boarding, like someone haphazardly covered the hole that really should have probably done a better job of making sure it wasn't there.
All right, so that implied that it was man-made. So we could probably go down that
No,
hole.
it implies that it wasn't man-made, but that someone.
Yeah,
Put
the
some
hole
man-made
doesn't the hole
covering.
doesn't look man-made, but somebody tried a makeshift answer to plug it up.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Uh,
All right. So I tell him that there is apparently a giant hole somewhere, or some kind of hole on the side that seems to lead us into the same place, but I tell him that it doesn't look very safe. Probably a better bet than trying to break through this thing, given our current, attempts.
Azarn?
What's the covering look like on it?
It's
Or he'll-
haphazard, wooden, just some planks.
That means they're probably not expecting that way.
Until you
And
kick it down.
considering we already bashed into this a few times, they're probably expecting us coming down this way now, if they heard it.
Where's the hole?
Up north?
I'll show you.
And are you gonna lead the group there?
No, I'm gonna say that and do nothing.
Okay, just checking. Like,
No, I lead them.
okay, so the hole is up here. I'll move my
That wasn't
ass.
very far.
Well,
Oh,
it's assumed we kind of went around, like, the.
Yeah.
There's
It's like, oh, it's right
there's
here. like,
walls
10 feet away.
all over here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Azarn will look to Circe and he says, "Do you think you can move that without a lot of noise?"
It is like, a forced-in plank. It's not like a lock or anything.
So
yeah,
can-
but he
can I-
can't do anything quietly.
Can I roll knowledge nature to see what looks like made this hole?
Sure.
Roll it. Meanwhile, while she's deciding what it is that made the hole, Sarissa is. I'm assuming that it's a stuck wooden door, rules-wise.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I make a dex-based check to kind of like jar it loose without making noise? To try and pass that DC? Does it have to be a strength check?
I don't see why not. You have no fucking idea, Jim.
Okay.
Okay. I will totally roll my my dex +2. Which is not a monster target button, but a roll dice button. 1d20 +2. Bam. Does a
That was
14
a
do it?
15, not
Nope.
That was a
Okay.
15, not a 14. I keep looking at my ranks rather than the actual fucking modifier.
So Sarissa will come like back up the hole. She'll look at Azarn and she'll be like, "Nope, you first."
He nods.
Hold on.
Is it-
That was a dex roll?
Yeah, she was trying to basically she was trying to shake it loose without making too much noise.
And it didn't work.
Oh. Well, Sarissa climbs out and she says, "Nope, you first." Right? Azarn gets ready to go in, and then Sporadic jumps in the hole like, "Nah, I got this."
Yeah, you swole.
He'll look over at Circe and he says, "Eager, isn't he?"
She says, "Rookie."
All right, I'm going
Beginner's
to play this like that was assisted. So Sporadic is, after Sarissa sort of, started to get it, little pry loose, Sporadic's able to easily get it the rest of the way off, and it, the board clatters to the cave floor.
Presumably as quietly as possible.
Well, it's wood on dirt.
I
Yeah,
snap
yeah.
it in half.
You snap it in half and scream in the air and flail. No. All right. At this point, Sarissa will social motion. Hey, you got a good eye for finding stuff. Why don't you scout? You take point.
Oh my god, scouting's my middle name. Not really. Alright.
Scouting Zoom? Isn't that more of a dwarf thing?
Okay, so this door is open. Check this out. Ready?
Yep.
The door is open.
Oh snap. Alright, how many traps hit me?
7. No. Let's see. You see the little magical makeshift rod over here that
shit
clattered
is
to the floor.
mine.
Well,
No,
it's not.
I already-
I don't
I already
mean
took
rod
that.
as in wondrous item type rod. I mean rod as in trap component.
Yeah, that
shaped
was.
like a rod.
Sarissa actually took that because she blew that trap out of the water. Remember?
Oh, I said common sense wise, it had to fall to the floor there. You
Oh,
just be
okay,
able to
okay.
retrieve it.
Okay. So Sporadic runs over and takes it.
Yeah, pick that shit up.
All right. What does the room look like?
Sarissa would have had time to claim dibs then, though, so it would. If
No,
she would have done that.
she hasn't done it yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the rod for any trace of.
All right. Anyway, the room itself. Sorry, since it's open, I should probably explain it.
You should probably
The room-
describe it.
Yeah, it's kind of like an entry hallway. There's a fuck. What kind of door is that one? Stop saying stuff. It's moving my thing. Okay. It's basically like a little entry hallway, you know. It's stonework, like, you know, it's not the natural cavern shape, but it's not like dwarf quality stonework. It's more like they shaped it so that it would do what they wanted. There's a wooden door. Let me point, damn it. Right there.